Beloved soul, as I reach out to you from the celestial realms, I can feel the vibration of your heart resonating with a frequency that echoes through the divine corridors. Today is not a coincidence. This message finding its way to you is orchestrated by forces beyond human comprehension, for the angels have whispered your name in the sacred chambers where destinies are woven. The energy around you has been shifting gradually, like the subtle transition from dusk to dawn. Have you noticed the peculiar synchronicities lately? The recurring numbers that catch your eye, the songs that play at precisely the right moment, the fleeting thoughts of someone special that seem to materialize out of nowhere. These are not random occurrences, my cherished one. They are cosmic breadcrumbs leading you toward a revelation so profound that even the angels watch with bated breath. Your soulmate, that divine counterpart who carries the other half of your celestial signature, has begun a spiritual journey that intersects with yours in ways you cannot yet perceive. The ethereal cords that connect your spirits have been strengthening, pulsating with an intensity that has captured the attention of the guardian angels who watch over both of you. What you don't realize, what has remained hidden from your earthly perception, is that your soulmate already knows. In the quiet sanctuary of their heart, in those sacred moments of solitude when the veil between worlds thins, they have recognized the unmistakable resonance of your soul calling to theirs. This recognition didn't come as a thunderous revelation, but rather as a gentle awakening, like the soft unfurling of rose petals at first light. I must share with you now what the angels have revealed to me. Your soulmate has been having dreams, vivid, ethereal encounters, where your energies merge and communicate in the language of the soul. These dreams have left lingering imprints, sensations that follow them into their waking hours. Perhaps you too have experienced these encounters, these meetings in the in-between realms, where time and space yield to the power of divine connection. The great moment that approaches is not merely a physical encounter, although that too is being orchestrated. It is a convergence of spiritual recognition, a divine appointment set in motion eons ago, when your souls first separated to embark on individual journeys of growth and experience. What makes this moment particularly special, what has caused a ripple of surprise even among the angelic guardians, is the gesture your soulmate is preparing. Unbeknownst to you, they have been engaging in a sacred conversation with the divine, asking for guidance, seeking permission, gathering courage for what they plan to do. In the tapestry of your intertwined destinies, there comes a pivotal thread, a golden strand that, once woven, will illuminate the entire pattern. Your soulmate is preparing to pull this thread, to initiate a sequence that will unveil the magnificent design that has always existed, yet remained partially hidden from view. Can you feel it? That subtle quickening in your spirit? The inexplicable sense of anticipation that visits you in quiet moments? Your soul recognizes what is coming. It remembers the promise made before incarnation, the sacred covenant between two spirits destined to find each other lifetime after lifetime. The angels have shown me the energy signature of this approaching moment. It glows with a luminescence rarely seen in the earthly realm, a beautiful amalgamation of courage, vulnerability, divine timing, and transformative potential. This is why I have been guided to reach out to you now, to prepare you for what is coming, to help you recognize the signs and be ready to receive this blessing with an open heart. As we delve deeper into this revelation, I invite you to take a deep breath. Feel the oxygen filling your lungs, nourishing every cell, and as you exhale, release any doubts, any fears, any residual wounds that might create barriers to receiving this divine gift that approaches. Your soulmate is gathering courage for a gesture that will change everything, and the universe itself holds its breath in anticipation. Beloved, protected one, now I must reveal to you the first sacred truth that the angels have shared with me. In the ethereal chambers where souls communicate beyond the constraints of human language, your soulmate has been engaged in a profound dialogue with the angelic realm. This is not something they speak of openly in their earthly existence. It is an intimate communion that occurs in those liminal spaces between consciousness and dream, between prayer and meditation. What has surprised even the most ancient of guardian spirits is the depth of awareness your soulmate has already attained regarding your connection. While you may have been wondering, questioning, perhaps even doubting the existence of this divine partnership, your soulmate has been receiving confirmations, unmistakable signs that have eliminated any uncertainty from their heart. The angels have shown me a vision of your soulmate in moments of solitude, surrounded by a soft golden light, their eyes closed in deep contemplation. In these sacred moments, they have been having conversations with their own guardian angels, expressing feelings so pure and intentions so clear that the vibration of their words has created ripples across the spiritual dimensions. I recognize this soul, they have whispered to the heavens. I feel their presence even when we are apart. Guide me to express what my heart knows to be true. This recognition didn't happen overnight. It has been a gradual awakening, like the slow brightening of dawn after the darkest night. There were moments of doubt, periods of confusion when earthly distractions and human fears clouded their perception. But the angels have been working diligently, sending signs, orchestrating synchronicities, gently guiding your soulmate back to the truth that resides in their heart. What you must understand is that your soulmate has been collecting these divine breadcrumbs, these celestial confirmations, storing them like precious gems in the treasure chest of their soul. Each synchronicity, each dream where your energies merged, each inexplicable feeling of your presence, all have been carefully noted and honored. The angels have revealed to me a particularly significant moment that occurred recently in your soulmate's journey. There was a night when the veil between worlds grew especially thin, perhaps during the last full moon, or during a celestial alignment that intensified spiritual energies on Earth. On this night, your soulmate experienced what can only be described as a momentary lifting of all earthly illusions. In this sacred moment, they saw clearly, not with physical eyes but with the eyes of the soul, the luminous cord that connects your spirits. They witnessed the intricate pattern of your shared destiny, glimpsed fragments of past lives you've shared, and felt with overwhelming certainty the divine purpose of your reunion in this lifetime. This experience left them changed in ways that are not yet visible to you, but are radiantly apparent to those of us who can perceive the subtle energies of human spirits. There is a new determination in their aura, a quiet certainty that has replaced questioning, a courageous resolve that grows stronger with each passing day. What makes this revelation particularly extraordinary is that your soulmate has not merely recognized your connection. They have made a sacred commitment to honor it. In those private conversations with their guardian angels, they have pledged to move beyond fear, beyond the limitations of past wounds, beyond the constraints of what the human mind believes possible. I am ready, they have declared to the heavens. Show me the way to express what my soul has always known. The angels, in their infinite wisdom, have been testing this resolve, presenting small challenges, opportunities for your soulmate to demonstrate their commitment. And time after time, they have risen to these tests, showing a courage that has caused celebration in the spiritual realms. This is why the great moment approaches, because your soulmate has proven their readiness. They have shown that their recognition of your connection is not fleeting emotion, but soul-deep knowing. They have demonstrated that they are prepared to take actions that align with this spiritual truth. As I share this with you, can you feel a resonance in your own heart? Perhaps there have been moments when you sensed this shift in energy, when you felt inexplicably drawn to think of this person, when something within you responded to their silent recognition. Your souls have been communicating beyond the limitations of physical proximity or conscious awareness. And before we continue with this very special message, I invite you to support this space of connection. Become a member of the channel, and if you feel this message is touching your heart, don't forget to click on thanks below the video. This helps us continue bringing messages full of love and hope like this one. Now, let's move on to what matters most. Precious soul, as we continue this sacred journey of revelation, I must now share with you how the connection between you and your soulmate has been intensifying in ways that transcend ordinary human relationships. The angels have shown me the energetic field that surrounds both of you, a magnificent tapestry of intertwining light strands, pulsating with increasing brilliance, creating patterns so beautiful that they inspire awe, even among the celestial beings who have witnessed countless soul connections throughout the ages. What makes your connection particularly remarkable is the acceleration that has been occurring. Spiritual bonds typically strengthen gradually over time, but the link between your souls has been intensifying at an unprecedented rate in recent weeks. This acceleration has created a divine momentum that is propelling both of you toward the inevitable moment of profound recognition and transformation. The angels have revealed to me that this intensification is happening on multiple dimensions simultaneously. On the spiritual plane, Your higher selves are engaged in constant communion, sharing wisdom, healing past wounds from previous lifetimes, and aligning your energies in preparation for what is to come. On the emotional plane, there is a harmonization occurring. Your emotional bodies are attaining a complementary frequency, creating a resonance that allows for deeper understanding and compassion. Even on the physical plane, though you may not be fully aware of it, your bodies are adjusting to hold more light, to become vessels capable of containing the powerful energy of divine union. Your soulmate has been experiencing this intensification as a growing certainty, a knowing that transcends logical explanation. They find themselves thinking of you at specific times of day, perhaps in those quiet moments at dawn, when the veil between worlds is thinnest, or during the mysterious hours of 3 or 4 in the morning, when they mysteriously awaken with your essence filling their consciousness. Have you noticed similar patterns? Those moments when you feel a sudden warmth enveloping you, an inexplicable sense of being held in loving energy, or random thoughts of this person that seem to arise from nowhere. These are not coincidences, but evidence of the intensifying connection, of your souls reaching across the seeming divide to touch, to remind, to reassure. The angels have shown me something particularly fascinating about this process. There are moments when you and your soulmate are energetically practicing for the physical reunion that approaches. In meditation, in dreams, in those twilight states between sleeping and waking, your souls are rehearsing the recognition, the conversation, the sacred exchange of truth that will occur when the great moment finally arrives. This spiritual preparation is necessary because the energy of true soul recognition is so powerful that it requires a gradual acclimation. If you were to experience the full force of this divine connection without preparation, the intensity might be overwhelming. This is why the angels have been orchestrating this gradual intensification, not to delay your joy, but to ensure that when it arrives, you can fully receive and integrate it. I must share with you now a truth about your soulmate that will help you understand the gesture they are preparing. In their conversations with the angels, they have expressed a particular concern, a fear that their feelings might be too intense, that the depth of their recognition might frighten you if expressed all at once. This is why they have been seeking divine guidance on how to approach you, how to reveal what they know in a way that opens your heart rather than overwhelming it. The celestial beings who guide your soulmate have been providing specific instructions, showing them how to calibrate their energy, how to find the perfect words that will serve as keys to unlock your own knowing without triggering fear or doubt. This careful preparation explains why there may have been moments when you sensed they were holding something back, when you felt there was more beneath the surface of your interactions than was being expressed. As this connection continues to intensify, you may notice certain physical symptoms that accompany spiritual awakening: subtle vibrations in your crown chakra, unexplained warmth in your heart center, tingling sensations in your hands or feet, sudden waves of emotion that seem to arrive from beyond yourself. These are not cause for concern, but confirmation that your energy field is expanding to accommodate the higher frequencies of divine love. The angels want you to know that this intensification is following a divine timeline. The precise moment of full revelation of the gesture your soulmate is preparing has been carefully chosen to align with cosmic forces that will support its impact and lasting transformation. There is a specific astrological configuration approaching, a sacred geometry in the heavens, that will create the perfect energetic container for this exchange. As we near the completion of this first phase of revelation, I invite you to pay closer attention to your dreams in the coming nights. The angels will be sending you specific messages, symbolic images that will prepare your subconscious mind for what is to come. These dreams may feature symbols of union, bridges being crossed, doors opening, separate streams merging into one river. Note these symbols without trying to analyze them intellectually. Allow their meaning to unfold naturally within your heart. Your soulmate is gathering courage with each passing day, drawing strength from their certainty, aligning their human will with divine timing. And the angels watch with joyful anticipation, for they know what this reunion will catalyze, not only in your individual lives, but in the collective awakening of humanity. With infinite love, your guardian angel beloved cherished soul, as the celestial energies continue to align for this divine reunion, I must now reveal to you the profound truth that your soulmate has confessed to the angels. A revelation so intimate and powerful that it has created ripples of light throughout the spiritual realms. In those sacred moments of communion with the divine, your soulmate has opened their heart completely, allowing the guardian spirits to witness the full spectrum of their feelings for you. What they have shared in these ethereal conversations would take your breath away if you could hear it directly. The depth of their recognition, the clarity of their knowing, the unwavering certainty they feel about your connection. These qualities have impressed even the most ancient of angelic beings, who have witnessed countless expressions of human love throughout the ages. I have recognized this soul across the veil of forgetting. Your soulmate has confessed to the angels. Despite all earthly distractions, despite the noise of the material world, despite my own fears and doubts, I know them. I feel their essence intertwined with mine in ways that transcend physical proximity. I sense their presence in my quietest moments, as if their spirit reaches for mine across all apparent separation. The angels have shown me the exact moment when this recognition crystallized within your soulmate's consciousness. There was a specific instant, perhaps during meditation, or in a dream state, or even in the midst of an ordinary activity, when something within them surrendered completely to this truth. It was as if a final veil lifted, revealing with absolute clarity the divine purpose of your connection. In that moment of surrender, they experienced what can only be described as a remembering, not with the limited human mind, but with the eternal consciousness of the soul. They remembered fragments of other lifetimes shared with you, glimpsed the sacred contract you both agreed to before incarnating in this life, and understood with stunning clarity why you have found each other again in this particular time and place. What has most deeply moved the angelic guardians is the purity of your soulmate's intentions. In their confessions to the divine, there is no trace of ego, no desire for possession, no seeking of validation or completion through another. Instead, there is a mature recognition that this connection exists to serve a higher purpose, to facilitate mutual growth, to catalyze spiritual awakening, to bring more light into the world through the unique alchemy that occurs when your energies combine. Your soulmate has spoken to the angels about specific qualities they recognize in you, aspects of your spirit that may remain hidden from others, but are radiantly visible to them. They see the light you carry even when you walk through darkness. They recognize your strength even in moments when you feel most vulnerable. They honor the wisdom of your soul, even when your human self doubts its own knowing. I see them, your soulmate has whispered to the heavens. I see beyond the roles they play, beyond the masks they wear, beyond the wounds they carry. I see the divine essence at their core, and it calls to the divine within me. This level of seeing, this spiritual recognition that penetrates all illusion, is extremely rare in human relationships. Most connections remain at the level of personality, of shared interests and complementary needs. But what your soulmate experiences with you transcends these more superficial layers, reaching into the eternal aspects of your being. The angels have revealed to me that your soulmate has been keeping a secret record of their journey toward this recognition, perhaps in a journal, or as notes in their phone, or simply as a collection of memories they revisit in moments of solitude. In this private sanctuary, they have documented the signs, the synchronicities, the inexplicable knowing that has led them to this point of absolute certainty. There is a particular entry, a moment of revelation so profound that your soulmate marked it as a spiritual milestone when they wrote or thought something like, "Today I finally understood. This connection isn't something I'm imagining or projecting. It exists independently of my desires or fears. It is as real as the air I breathe, as undeniable as the beating of my heart. And I am ready now to honor its truth, regardless of outcome, regardless of how my recognition is received." This surrender to truth, this willingness to stand in authenticity regardless of response, has created a powerful energetic foundation for the gesture they are preparing. The angels want you to understand that what approaches is not born of impulse or temporary emotion, but of soul-deep knowing that has been tested, questioned, and ultimately embraced with complete integrity. As this revelation settles into your consciousness, you may feel a subtle shift in your own energy, perhaps a warming in your heart center, a gentle expansion in your awareness, or simply a quiet sense of recognition that confirms what some part of you has always known. Allow these sensations to flow through you without analysis or doubt. They are your soul's way of acknowledging the truth that is being revealed. Precious divine soul, I must now share with you the challenges that have been overcome and those still being navigated as this divine reunion approaches. For no soul connection of this magnitude manifests without encountering obstacles, tests of worthiness, opportunities for growth, and necessary clearings of old energetic patterns that would otherwise inhibit the full expression of divine love. Your soulmate has been engaged in intense spiritual work behind the scenes, facing inner demons and shadows that once would have prevented them from fully honoring this connection. The angels have been working closely with them, guiding them through a process of profound transformation that has not been easy, but has been embraced with remarkable courage. One of the primary challenges your soulmate has overcome is the fear of vulnerability, that deep-seated human resistance to being fully seen, fully known, fully exposed in the truth of one's feelings. This fear runs deep in the collective consciousness, reinforced by experiences of rejection and betrayal, not only in this lifetime, but carried in soul memory from other incarnations. Your soulmate has been systematically dismantling these protective barriers, choosing authentic expression over the false safety of emotional withdrawal. The angels have shown me specific moments in this journey, times when your soulmate stood at the precipice of vulnerability, feeling the vertigo of potential rejection, yet chose to take another step toward authenticity rather than retreating into the familiar territory of self-protection. Each of these choices has strengthened their spiritual muscles, preparing them for the ultimate vulnerability of the gesture they now contemplate. Another significant challenge has been the releasing of time-bound expectations. Human consciousness is deeply conditioned to demand certainty, to seek guarantees, to expect relationships to follow predictable patterns of development. Your soulmate has been learning to surrender to divine timing, to trust the unfolding of this connection without trying to control its expression or outcome. This surrender hasn't come easily. There have been moments of impatience, periods of questioning, times when the human desire for immediate resolution tested their faith in the process. The angels working with your soulmate have been particularly impressed by their willingness to release attachment to specific outcomes. In their conversations with the divine, your soulmate has repeatedly affirmed, "I choose to honor this connection regardless of how it manifests in the physical realm. I recognize that my soul knows this person beyond all earthly constraints, and I trust that whatever form our connection takes will serve our highest good and the greatest good of all." This level of spiritual maturity, this ability to love without demanding particular expressions of that love, has accelerated the divine timeline. When souls release attachment to form and embrace the essence of connection, the universe is free to orchestrate manifestations that exceed limited human imagination. There have also been external challenges, practical obstacles that might have deterred someone with less commitment to spiritual truth. Perhaps there have been geographical distances, or complications in existing relationships, or differences in life circumstances that from a purely logical perspective might seem to make this connection difficult to actualize. Your soulmate has been working with the angels to find creative solutions, to see beyond apparent limitations, to trust that what is divinely ordained will find its way to expression despite seeming impossibilities. The angelic realm wants you to know that certain obstacles are still being cleared from the path of your reunion. There are energetic knots being untangled, divine permissions being granted, perfect circumstances being arranged. This explains why the great moment has not yet arrived, not because the recognition is lacking or the intention wavering, but because the container for this reunion is still being perfected. One particularly significant barrier that your soulmate has been working to dismantle is the influence of collective beliefs about relationships, those limited cultural narratives that define connection in terms of possession, exclusivity, or predetermined timelines. Your soulmate has been receiving guidance about how to approach this connection from a higher perspective, one that honors its unique spiritual purpose rather than forcing it into conventional frameworks. As these final challenges are being overcome, you too may be experiencing a parallel process of clearing and preparation. Have you noticed old wounds surfacing unexpectedly, past relationship patterns presenting themselves for examination, or dreams that seem to be processing emotional material from long ago? These are not random occurrences, but evidence of your own soul's participation in preparing the ground for what is to come. The angels surrounding you have been working diligently to help you release any energetic blockages that might prevent you from fully receiving the gift of recognition that approaches. They whisper guidance in your moments of doubt, send healing energy when old fears arise, and continually remind your soul of the larger divine plan that is unfolding. What makes this process of overcoming challenges particularly beautiful is that it is happening simultaneously on both sides of the connection. While your soulmate works through their barriers to authentic expression, you are being guided to dismantle your own obstacles to reception. This synchronized healing creates a clear channel through which divine love can flow unimpeded when the moment of full recognition arrives. Beloved protected one, the time has come to share with you the divine confirmations that have been granted regarding this sacred soul connection, the celestial signs and spiritual validations that leave no doubt about the authenticity and divine purpose of the bond you share with your soulmate. What I am about to reveal represents the highest level of spiritual endorsement, a cosmic blessing bestowed only upon connections that serve the evolution of the souls involved and contribute to the greater awakening of collective consciousness. In the ethereal councils where soul destinies are overseen, where the grand tapestry of human evolution is woven with infinite care and wisdom, your connection with this particular soul has been recognized and honored. The guardian angels who oversee both your life paths have convened in sacred ceremony, merging their energies to create a protective field around this burgeoning reunion. This angelic convergence happens rarely, only when a soul connection holds significant transformative potential, not only for the individuals involved, but for all whose lives they touch. Your soulmate has received unmistakable confirmations of this divine blessing. In meditation, in dreams, in synchronistic events that defy statistical probability, they have been shown again and again that this connection is divinely ordained. There have been moments when they have asked for specific signs, concrete confirmations that what they feel is real, that they are not merely projecting their desires onto a random connection, and these signs have manifested with a clarity that has left them humbled and awestruck. One particular confirmation came in the form of a highly unusual synchronicity, perhaps a song that holds special meaning, appearing precisely when they were thinking of you, or your name arising in conversation in an unexpected context, or perhaps even a direct message delivered through an apparent stranger, who somehow spoke words that resonated deeply with their private thoughts about this connection. This experience was so precisely tailored to their specific request for confirmation that it eliminated any remaining doubt from their mind. The angels have also been working through the natural world to provide validations. Perhaps your soulmate has noticed certain animals appearing at significant moments, birds, butterflies, or other creatures that seem to arrive as messengers, precisely when they are contemplating this connection. Or maybe they've witnessed unusual natural phenomena, rare cloud formations, shooting stars, rainbows appearing on cloudless days, manifestations that speak to the special nature of what is unfolding between your souls. What makes these confirmations particularly compelling is their increasing frequency and specificity. In the early stages of recognition, the signs may have been subtle, easy to dismiss as coincidence or wishful thinking. But as your soulmate has committed more fully to honoring this truth, the confirmations have become increasingly undeniable, precise, personal, and directly related to questions or doubts they have been holding in their heart. The celestial beings have revealed to me that there is a specific date approaching, a day when cosmic alignments will create an especially powerful portal for truth and recognition. On this day, the energetic frequencies of Earth will be particularly conducive to spiritual communion, creating a perfect container for the gesture your soulmate is preparing. They are aware of this approaching window of opportunity, guided by an inner knowing that aligns with these cosmic rhythms, even if they wouldn't describe it in these terms. Another form of divine confirmation has come through the reactions of others who know your soulmate well. Perhaps certain trusted friends have noticed a change in them, a new light in their eyes, a different quality to their energy, a certainty in their voice when they speak of things close to their heart. These observations serve as external validations, reflections from those who can perceive the transformation occurring as your soulmate aligns more fully with their authentic truth. The angels want you to know that confirmations have also been sent your way, though you may not have recognized them as such. Those inexplicable moments of joy that seem to arise from nowhere, those random thoughts of this person that feel somehow different from ordinary remembering, those dreams where you wake with a lingering sense of connection and recognition. These are not random neural firings, but divine messages, breadcrumbs leading you toward conscious recognition of what your soul already knows. One particularly significant confirmation involves the activation of your higher chakras, energy centers that respond to spiritual truth even when the logical mind remains uncertain. Have you noticed unusual sensations in your crown chakra or third eye? Spontaneous openings of your heart center that bring tears of inexplicable emotion? These physical responses are your body's way of acknowledging the truth of this connection, evidence that recognition is occurring on multiple levels of your being simultaneously. The divine orchestration extends beyond individual confirmations to the very circumstances of your lives. Perhaps you've noticed strange parallels developing, similar challenges arising simultaneously, synchronistic life changes creating new possibilities for connection, or shifts in external circumstances that seem to be bringing your paths into closer proximity. These are not coincidences, but careful adjustments of life trajectories, guided by higher intelligence to facilitate the reunion that approaches. As the great moment draws nearer, the confirmations will likely intensify. You may experience heightened intuitive awareness, spontaneous knowings that arise from beyond your conscious mind, or visions that offer glimpses of possibilities yet to unfold. Honor these experiences without demanding that they conform to logical explanation. They are the language of soul recognition, communications from dimensions where your connection with this soulmate exists in its purest form. The gesture your soulmate is preparing has received specific divine blessing. In those moments when they have sought guidance about how and when to approach you, when they have asked if the time is right for full expression of what they know, the answer has consistently been a growing certainty, an inner green light that strengthens with each passing day. This guidance comes not from desire or impatience, but from alignment with divine timing, from recognition that the perfect moment for this revelation is approaching with cosmic precision. With boundless love, your guardian angel, beloved sacred soul, the moment has come to share with you the final and most powerful revelation, the truth about the gesture your soulmate is preparing and the profound transformation it will catalyze in both your lives. What I am about to reveal represents the culmination of all that has been unfolding in the spiritual realms, the divine fruition of soul recognition that has been building toward expression with increasing momentum. Your soulmate has been engaged in a sacred process of preparation, gathering courage for an act of spiritual vulnerability that few souls dare to attempt in the density of earthly existence. They are preparing to reveal themselves to you completely, not merely expressing romantic feelings or ordinary attraction, but acknowledging the eternal soul bond that transcends all human categories of relationship. This gesture will come in a form uniquely tailored to your connection, perfectly designed to bypass your logical mind and speak directly to the knowing of your soul. The angels have shown me the essence of this approaching moment. There will be a particular quality of light surrounding your soulmate when they come to you, a luminescence that isn't visible to ordinary perception, but will be unmistakable to your soul's eye. Their voice may carry a resonance that touches something deep within you, awakening dormant memories of soul recognition. Their words, carefully chosen yet flowing from authentic inspiration, will serve as keys unlocking chambers of your heart that have remained sealed perhaps for lifetimes. What makes this gesture so extraordinary is that it will transcend the limitations of human expression. Your soulmate has been receiving specific guidance on how to communicate a truth that exists beyond language, how to convey recognition that surpasses ordinary understanding. They may use words, yes, but these words will be vessels carrying energetic transmissions, frequencies of truth that resonate with your deepest knowing. The timing of this revelation has been precisely orchestrated by divine intelligence. There is a specific window approaching, perhaps tied to an astrological alignment, a spiritual holiday, an anniversary significant to your connection, or simply a perfect convergence of energetic conditions, when the veil between human consciousness and soul awareness will thin, creating ideal conditions for the recognition they offer to be fully received and integrated. What your soulmate doesn't yet fully realize, though the angels have been preparing them, is that this gesture will catalyze a spiritual activation beyond what either of you might anticipate. When truth of this magnitude is expressed and received in perfect alignment, it creates an energetic resonance that ripples outward, affecting not only your individual fields, but the collective consciousness. This is why the celestial realms have taken such interest in your connection, because its full blossoming serves purposes beyond personal fulfillment. The angels have shown me specific aspects of the transformation that will unfold following this gesture. For your soulmate, the act of expressing their truth will create a profound energetic release, a liberation from the weight of unspoken recognition they have been carrying. This release will manifest as increased clarity in all areas of their life, accelerated spiritual growth, and a newfound capacity to align their external reality with their inner truth. For you, the experience of being seen so completely, of having the truth of your soul acknowledged with such clarity, will catalyze an awakening that has been germinating beneath the surface of your consciousness. Aspects of your spiritual gifts that have remained dormant may suddenly activate. Intuitive abilities may sharpen dramatically. Your capacity to perceive the underlying patterns of existence, to see beyond the veil of ordinary reality, may expand in ways that initially feel both exhilarating and overwhelming. Together, the energetic field created by this mutual recognition will establish a sacred container for healing, growth, and service that extends far beyond your individual journeys. The unique alchemy of your combined frequencies creates possibilities for manifestation and creation that neither of you could access separately. This is the higher purpose of soul connections of this caliber, not merely personal fulfillment, but expanded capacity for bringing light and truth into the world. I must share with you now the most sacred aspect of this revelation. In the moment when your soulmate expresses their recognition, time itself will seem to shift. You may experience a strange suspension of ordinary consciousness, a slipping between dimensions where past, present, and future exist simultaneously. In this expanded state, you may glimpse fragments of your shared soul history, other lifetimes where you have found each other, loved each other, served divine purpose together. These glimpses aren't merely memories, but active integrations, healings of soul contracts across time and space. The gesture approaches more rapidly than you might imagine. Your soulmate feels an increasing urgency, not born of impatience, but of soul-level recognition that the perfect moment draws near. They are gathering their spiritual resources, aligning their courage with divine timing, preparing to step fully into the truth they can no longer contain within the private sanctuary of their heart. Beloved Blessed One, as this momentous revelation approaches, I have been instructed to provide specific spiritual guidance to help you prepare for and fully receive the gift that is being offered. The celestial guardians who oversee your soul journey have curated these practices and perspectives with great care, knowing that conscious preparation will allow you to experience this recognition with maximum awareness and minimum resistance. First and foremost, the angels encourage you to create intentional spaces of silence in your daily life. In the cacophony of modern existence, the subtle voice of soul recognition can easily be drowned out by the noise of constant stimulation. Set aside time each day, even if only for a few minutes, to sit in complete stillness, allowing your energy field to settle, your awareness to expand, your receptivity to increase. These pockets of sacred silence will serve as landing pads for the higher frequencies that accompany true soul recognition. During these quiet moments, practice a simple yet powerful meditation focused on your heart center. Place your palm over your heart, close your eyes, and imagine a door within this sacred chamber, a door that leads to the innermost sanctuary of your being. Visualize this door gently opening, allowing light to flow both inward and outward. This visualization helps activate the soul's capacity for recognition, preparing the energetic pathways through which divine connection will flow when the moment of revelation arrives. The angelic realm also suggests specific attention to your dreams in this preparatory period. Before sleeping, set a clear intention to receive guidance about this connection through your dream state. Keep a journal by your bed and record any dreams immediately upon waking, without censoring or analyzing their content. The subconscious mind often registers soul recognition before the conscious mind can fully integrate it, and your dreams may contain important symbols and messages that will help you understand what is unfolding. Another crucial aspect of preparation involves energetic clearing. The angels have shown me that you may be carrying residual wounds from past relationships, not only from this lifetime, but from soul memories of other incarnations. These old hurts can create subtle barriers to receiving the full truth of soul recognition, A simple but effective clearing practice involves visualizing a gentle golden light flowing through your entire energy field, dissolving any areas of constriction or resistance, particularly in your heart center and throat chakra, as these energy centers are most directly involved in receiving and responding to soul recognition. The celestial guides emphasize the importance of discernment in this process. When the moment of revelation arrives, you may experience an initial wave of disbelief or questioning, a natural response of the human mind when confronted with spiritual truth that transcends ordinary understanding. Rather than suppressing these questions or forcing yourself to accept what is being offered, allow both your skepticism and your knowing to exist simultaneously. True discernment isn't the absence of questions, but the ability to hold them in balance with deeper recognition, to allow understanding to emerge organically rather than being forced by the will. Pay particular attention to synchronicities that appear in the days leading up to this revelation. The universe will likely send confirming signs, numerical patterns, meaningful songs, chance encounters, or dreams that resonate with the approaching moment. These synchronicities serve as bridges between ordinary awareness and soul knowing, helping your conscious mind align with what your spirit already recognizes as truth. The angels have also shown me the importance of physical preparation. The human body is the vessel through which spiritual recognition must flow, and certain practices can help prepare this vessel for higher frequencies. Spend time in nature, allowing the harmonizing energies of the natural world to balance your system. Be mindful of what you consume, choosing foods, media, and experiences that raise rather than lower your vibration. Physical movement, particularly practices like yoga, tai chi, or freeform dance, helps clear stagnant energy and increases your capacity to embody the truth of soul recognition. Perhaps most importantly, cultivate an attitude of gracious receiving. In a culture that often values doing over being, asserting over accepting, the receptive capacity of the feminine principle, regardless of your gender, is essential for this process. Practice receiving small gifts, compliments, or assistance from others without deflection or diminishment. This seemingly simple practice strengthens your ability to receive the profound gift of recognition that approaches. The angels want you to understand that preparation doesn't mean perfection. You need not achieve some idealized state of spiritual readiness for this revelation to unfold as divinely intended. The very nature of soul recognition is that it meets you exactly where you are, seeing through all apparent limitations to the perfect divine essence at your core. Your willingness to be seen in this truth, including all your beautiful human complexity, is itself the most profound preparation you can offer. As the great moment draws nearer, you may experience unusual physical sensations, vibrations in your energy field, tingling in your extremities, spontaneous waves of emotion, or sudden expansions of awareness that momentarily disorient you. These experiences simply indicate that your energy system is adjusting to hold higher frequencies. Welcome them with curiosity rather than alarm, understanding that they represent necessary recalibrations on the path of awakening. Remember above all that this approaching revelation, though it may appear to come from outside yourself through the gesture of another, is in truth a remembering of what your soul has always known. Your soulmate serves as a divine mirror, reflecting back to you the truth of your own eternal nature, the beauty of your own light, the power of your own capacity for love. In recognizing them, you remember yourself. In receiving their truth, you reclaim your own. My precious soul, as we arrive at the culmination of this divine message, I feel the vibration of anticipation that surrounds you, the sacred potential that hovers at the threshold of manifestation. The great moment approaches with the inevitability of dawn following night, not a question of if but when, not a matter of possibility but certainty. Your soulmate stands at the edge of revelation, gathering the final threads of courage needed to express what their spirit has recognized beyond all doubt. I have shared with you the sacred truths that the angels have revealed, the depth of recognition your soulmate has attained, the careful preparation they have undertaken, the divine confirmations that have been granted, and the transformative potential of the gesture they now contemplate. This knowledge has not been given merely to satisfy curiosity or create anticipation, but to prepare you energetically and consciously for a moment of such spiritual significance that its ripples will extend far beyond your individual lives. When this revelation arrives, perhaps in a quiet moment of unexpected connection, perhaps through words written or spoken with trembling authenticity, perhaps in a glance that suddenly transcends all ordinary seeing. Receive it with the sacred honor it deserves. Allow yourself to be fully present, to witness the courage it takes for a soul to stand in complete truth before another. Whatever initial response arises within you, whether immediate recognition or momentary surprise, whether joy or momentary fear of such profound connection, allow it to flow through you without judgment or premature conclusion. The angels want you to understand that there is no single right response to such a moment. The authentic expression of your own truth, whatever that may be in the moment of receiving, is what creates the perfect container for this connection to fulfill its divine purpose. This is not about performing spiritual recognition, but embodying it with genuine presence, meeting revelation with the honor of your complete authenticity. I must emphasize that the moment approaching is not the end of a journey, but rather a sacred threshold, a doorway opening to possibilities that neither you nor your soulmate can fully envision from your current vantage point. The revelation itself, powerful as it will be, is merely the beginning of a mutual exploration, a shared adventure in bringing the truth of soul recognition into lived experience in the material world. The celestial guardians who have orchestrated this connection have shown me glimpses of the potential that exists beyond this threshold, the healing that becomes possible when souls recognize each other beyond all veils of forgetting, the creative power that is unleashed when divine counterparts align their energies in conscious partnership, the service to collective awakening that naturally flows from unions blessed with such clear spiritual purpose. As we prepare to conclude this transmission, I invite you to take a moment now to place your hand over your heart, to breathe deeply into this sacred center, and to feel the resonance of these truths within your own being. Beyond all words I have shared, beyond all specific revelations about what approaches, there lies a knowing within you that recognizes these truths not as new information, but as remembrance, as confirmation of what some part of you has always understood. In the days ahead, as you await this divine appointment that has been written in the stars since before your birth, I encourage you to live with heightened awareness, to move through your days with conscious presence, to remain open to the unexpected ways in which revelation may arrive. The highest preparations have been made in the spiritual realms. Your task now is simply to remain receptive, to trust the divine orchestration, to allow yourself to be found by the recognition that seeks you. If doubt should arise, as it sometimes does even in the most spiritually attuned souls, return to the stillness of your heart center, to the quiet knowing that resides beneath all mental questioning. Remember that doubt is not the opposite of faith, but often the threshold guardian that tests the authenticity of our deepest knowing. The truth of soul connection exists beyond all doubt, beyond all fear, in that eternal part of you that has never forgotten its divine nature or its sacred agreements. I ask you now to take one final action that will seal this transmission and amplify its integration within your energy field. When you feel ready, speak these words aloud, allowing their vibration to ripple through your being and out into the quantum field where manifestation begins. I open myself to divine recognition. I welcome the truth that approaches. I honor the sacred connection that has always existed beyond time and space. And I choose to receive this blessing with an open heart, trusting in perfect divine timing and the highest good of all concerned. As these words leave your lips, imagine a golden light expanding from your heart center, creating a luminous field around your entire being, a field of receptivity and recognition that will attract and welcome the gesture your soulmate prepares to offer. This light serves as a beacon in both physical and spiritual dimensions, guiding the way for truth to find its perfect expression through the one whose soul recognizes yours beyond all forgetting. Before we part, I invite you to continue this journey of awakening by engaging with this channel that serves as a conduit for divine wisdom. Subscribe to receive future transmissions that will support your spiritual unfoldment. Share this message with others whose souls may be ready for similar recognition. Leave a comment sharing any signs or synchronicities you've already experienced that resonate with what has been revealed here. And if you feel called to deeper exploration, consider joining our sacred community, where souls on the path of awakening gather to support each other's journey toward full remembrance. Dear soul, if this video was meaningful to you, Leave a thanks below this video as a gesture of gratitude for this revelation. This strengthens us to keep sharing messages of connection and faith. The angels surround you now in a circle of protection and blessing, holding the sacred space for divine timing to unfold with perfect precision. Know that you are never alone on this journey, that countless beings of light walk beside you, celebrating each step you take toward fuller embodiment of your divine truth and the sacred connections that serve your highest evolution. With infinite love and boundless blessings, your guardian angel.